Hello guys, I try to do a quick recap and prediction for next week, basically because I think it will be continuation for last week prediction. Our last week prediction was that if we're gonna see the S&P above 377, we're gonna start the move for the 388. While there are gonna be some reversal at 383, and if it will continue, it can reach to the 410. This is our end goal. And what can we see that happened is basically it break the 377, close above it, just a sec, closed above it, reach to the 383, rest on it, break it, 386, a big break, and on Friday big push up, but unfortunately with not that big volume to the 390. But I'm guessing that the move for the 410 is open out to close another gap. The 390 can you can see it here, can be some resistance, but at the moment it seems that we are bullish. We took out all the short sellers there, take them out, so now we have a clear way open to the 405 410 area. Will it be this week? Could be, could be. But we have to be careful. I'm still bearish. It means that in the longer run, I'm looking at the market as bearish. If we check it, this is the daily. You could see the daily, we are still below. There's still the 400, probably gonna try to push their spike up to the 49 even. 410 area, close the gap, and then make the reversal. We are still in a downtrend, even though in the daily, this move, this big move, could be a break of a trend. It could do so, but in order to break this area, the 430, it's need to bring more buyers. And because I don't see the volume in the upside, it could be that it wanna break, bring the buyers again, and then push higher. Is the 350 is the bottom? At the moment, seems so. You could see the head and shoulder there. So if we measure from the 380 to the 350, it's about 50. So if we take let's say 50, it's a 430. So this is let's say 1 to 1. If we want 1 to 2, it's the 480. This is the high. So it could be the bottom we're gonna see, which is good because my end target was 350. So this is for the SPY. I still see continuation. There is still momentum, even though there is a divergence there. From this low, you can see higher highs and these lower highs. This is a divergence. It crossed a little bit here because of this red candle. It doesn't give confirmation because it can do something like this. You can see here it's can move higher, break a little bit, and a little bit continue. So I want confirmation, and there is still no confirmation for the moving upside. Of course, it can just immediately make red candle engulfing candle even on Monday, because I think we are not finished with the rate hikes. I think we're gonna move 1%, 1.5% more even in this about 6 months, and it should affect. So it should make the market push one more push or two more push down. If will it make it break the 350, still don't know, but it could make another push to the downside, bring more buyers. If I'm checking, you know what, let's move to the Qs, because see something weird with the Qs. The Qs became laggy. All right, you see this candle compared to the SPY break it up, Dow Jones of course break it up, but the Qs is lagging, and it's not good for the Qs because usually the Qs tend to be the leading. It's more volatile than the SPY, and at the moment it's more of lagging, and you can see it here. Even though it break the divergence there, it's still the same divergence. So we probably try to push higher with the SPY a little bit more and then move for reversal. Still, there is no clear confirmation. Even though it's cross, I will wait for a candle to give me a confirmation of the break. There is a potential for the Qs to reach to the 286, 287 area and then reverse from there. So you have this, even at the 50 Fibonacci, because those are a strong resistance area. So it probably try to touch there, even spike even higher and then reverse. Let me check something else. So yeah, the 287.80 is the first target, second target 307.50. So if it managed to break it, closed above and hold it, next target 307, which probably if it moves a little bit higher, it pushed the 200 someplace here. So it could move something like this, and from there they will be here. So see something nice that we see now, that even if we manage to break this trend, I think it will move back, bring the buyers, and then hopefully next year this will be the move. Be careful from this divergence. This is a short continuation. We don't have a confirmation for it yet. If we check the 4-hour chart, I don't think we see why we are lagging. Let me pause a little bit. All right. So you can see the Qs is managed to break the trend, which is good. There is no confirmation yet because it could push even lower. It has the 200, it has this area we talked about, 286, 287, and next it needs to reach to the 307 area, so you have it here. We have some sort of long continuation here, but this one, I don't know, because it's in the post market, it's probably a little bit break this pattern. Momentum is positive, looking up. I will wait maybe for it to look up a little bit. So if we open with a gap up, it's good because it's gonna push lower and then bring the buyers immediately. So basically I think we have a continuation this week for the upside, but be very careful from the resistance, because I think and I hope we don't see a false break, something like this one. I don't want to see it. I want to wait till we hit the 307 and then move lower. Let's move to Tesla. It's going to be very quick because, as I said, it's continuation. Tesla is much weaker. I don't like at the moment. It's even not that good for day trade, because you see it's about $3 move each day. So not that good. You have a lot of resistance. You saw the spike, you saw the reversal. It's much weaker. It's gonna probably try to break the 232 and then try to break the 237. I will probably want to wait to see it how it reacts, because usually when it touched the red, it bounced back and either to bring more buyers, or if it creates a divergence, short-term continuation, it will just break. And my area I want to see Tesla is the 180. 180 is a good area we need to see it from a much longer time. You could see it here. This is the 200 on the weekly. This is 186, but the 180 is good because it's between the 61 Fibonacci level and the 190. So 180 could spike, and then you could have take out all those levels. This is the 180, and I think many buyers are waiting here with a buy order. And the sellers, you can see it here. There's a lot of sellers who are probably panicking. So the fear factor is below the 180, because below the 180 there is 170, and these are a free factor. People will get out from the stocks, wait for it to come back and move higher and create a pattern of to move higher, and then rejoin even if it's in a 200, 220. So there is a lot of power there. There is no divergence, which means that we probably, even if we move higher, and this was 2 engulfing candle, which is nice, we're gonna see continuation of the trend. You can see the short continuation. This is very basic. So basically, like the SPY, we are ended here. We need confirmation. So candle rejection, below it short continuation, which is good. This is a fake break to the upside and then break to the downside continuation. You see there is no volume on the upside, so I will wait. You could see it in this area. You can see the orange volume, which is nice. You can see here the orange volume, which is nice. So let's check the daily. Let's clear it up. Lower, 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 no break of trend, no divergence yet. I will wait, because you can see it here. Even if it will move higher, I don't think so it will move higher. I think it will break it here and try to move to the 200, because if it breaks up, immediately it will fall down and it can even crash below the 200. So be careful. There are short sellers, a lot of short sellers here. Could be potential to reach to the 250, a round number, to 70 area, and then break. But I'm still looking with Tesla. I will look more the short side and the long side. Let's move to Apple, which did basically taking all the market on its shoulders. See this big candle. Do you see anywhere on this? This is from May 21. Do you see any candle like this one? And see the volume. What does it tell you? That we probably gonna push another candle to the upside. Then we can consider it as extended, maybe. But still, to reach to this area, it's gonna take time. Of course, we can do another candle like this, and then we'll reach here. But I don't think so. I don't think so. These sellers are starting to average down. They're probably gonna sell at the 160 and push it back. You can see this candle there. If we check here, see what happened. This is amazingly. And see the rejection. Take all those in the post market. Take all the stop losses and move higher. Broke the 151, which means that we probably have an open window to the upside, but just closing the gaps, because there is I think 3 gaps, maybe 4 gaps in the SPYs and maybe in the Qs that need to close before, and there is also a gap below here which need to be closed. Be very careful. Be very careful. But this is a profit taking, which is good, which is hold. I will probably wait to see it coming back again. Hold it, bear flag it, bullish flag, and then break to the 160 again. Can it do so? I don't know. This is like V-shape. But see what happens when you have a red candle like this. Another red, moving sideways, push, and then. So it could made, this is the second, could rest here and then move to the 160. And usually tend to do so. Green candle, small one, sideways, and another break. So we have to see that even if the market will probably move lower sometimes in next week or 2 weeks from tomorrow, Apple can hold it. If it holds the 151, it is good sign for the market in 2023 to move to the upside and try to reach even more higher highs. Let's go to NVDA. This is the daily. Let's check the weekly. It's below the 200, touched the 76, bounced from it, probably touched it, tried to come back to the 160 again. Still bearish. It's not good time to re-enter. Be very careful because below this one, and it closed below this one, this is the 80. This is the target. 100 just for a round number, but the real target is about the 85, 80 area. If we look at the daily, you can see that downtrend, 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 downtrend. So the downtrend didn't finish. There is no break of the downtrend. So it's gonna take some power to reach to the 190 again. It broke this divergence, which is good, but there is this divergence. So probably reach to the 150 again, close the gap, and then push lower, bring more buyers. So let's see if the 120, 122 holds. We can have a sideways week with NVDA and also with Apple, which means that the market probably goes sideways this week, waiting for the announcement of the interest, if it will be 75 or 50, and especially not what will be this week, what will be in the next interest hike. Let's go to MRNA, also did good. MRNA, we told that if it breaks the 133, there is an open to the 170, and I think it will lead there. It could reverse on the 160, 155, coming back again, but the 170 is the target for me, and I'm waiting for it. You can see it here, 157, next target here. This is a small gap, and if it closed above the 157, this is the next target, and you can see what happened. Sorry, when it closed above, reach 180, coming back and reach to the 185, fake break, immediately push lower. mRNA is known for its false break, so be very careful. At the moment, move to this next 170 and move maybe higher next. The volume here is very nice. This is a confirmation. Let's take all those out, open the move up, make a break, false, takes all the buyers and the stop losses below this one, and then move higher with much lower prices. How it looks in the weekly. On the weekly, it doesn't look that good. You can see the volume with the move upside very low, which is not that good, but it's probably because we are in downtrend, so be very careful. If we check the 60-minute, what we see there, You could see the above the 131 as predicted here, above the 135 next target here, and it holds. Try to make a fake. This is what I don't like with MRNA. It's making lots of fakes. It's make the breaks, boom, move lower. And then the buyers came in here, do the move to the upside. Again, see what happened here. The opening, move to the down, and boom, sideways, poof, breaking up. This is why I don't like it. You have to be a very strong mentality to hold those in a much longer time frame if you swing trade or such. But there is some 156 area you can have here, 168, 170, and you can, I think you can enjoy this move to the upside. Let's go to BA. BA was basically moved as we predicted. We want to see the move to the upside. We had the spikes and immediately fell to this line, and it, wow, was perfectly, and then so it opens the move to the upside. It took out all those area of short sellers and stop losses, move to the downside, took out all those stop losses here of the buyers, and then started to move with much lower. So it moved with much lower volume because it wants to average up at. So they move, they sell half, they move, they sell a little bit. You will see probably another push, sell a little bit, but we have to see if it can break the 150. Because at the 150, the sellers probably will join them. So this is the reason why they move with a much lower volume. Because basically they took out all those areas. You see the volume here, this is this volume. So BA move to the upside with the momentum. You have a nice divergence for long continuation, and with long continuation, this is the first target, this is the second target. Basically looking at the eye, nothing much, nothing more. Will I trade it? I don't know. This was a nice shot I didn't took. Let's check the daily and see what happened there. At the daily, still downtrend. This is the big move to the downside. Inside candle, break to the upside. Usually like to come back here to retest it and see if the sellers are still lurking there. If they want, it will move more up, break this, close this gap, and then decide if it wants to move. Of course, you can see the same pattern, the divergence. So be very careful. If it moves straight up, it will meet the divergence. Even though it's broke because of this candle, it didn't give us confirmation because it can rest on the 50, move, do another push, and then decided to break. So be very careful because we don't have confirmation between Friday to Monday. We have to be very careful. This is BA. Nike, let's see something special about Nike. Nothing much. It broke this, it created divergence, so probably we'll try to close more firmly the gap. I don't know if it can reach to the 100. I think it will be, because of the low volume, maybe sideways a little bit, maybe more green candle here. Nothing special. Yes, indecision candle probably gonna be after this one, maybe spike a little bit. You can see the price section here, gonna make it, give it some hot pressure. Maybe try to rest again at the 90 and then try to decide to move to the 100 here. What you can see here, this is the break, this is the 96. Yeah, it probably tried to see how it reacts to the 96, try to break it and move back, bring the buyers and then move up. So basically something like this, and then decide if it wants to move up or it wants to bring the barriers with more pressure to the upside. Let's see, gold. Already 25 minutes, come on. Sideways, nothing much. Probably hit it and then bounce a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be a third leg. This is 1, 2, 3 legs to the downside. If it will, the momentum seems to be positive, but there is no confirmation either way. A low volume, higher volume in the upside, so divergences. Don't like it. Don't give me much confirmation which way it want to move. Beside that, it's already bearish. Let's go to Oxy, which represent the oil. Did a break and fade away because people don't stay overnight, especially on weekends. It's crossed the 50, which seems to be bearish. Momentum bullish, but I don't think it has the power to make another push to the upside. Something needs to happen. It could move sideways this week, try to reach to the 70 area, 69, and then decide what to do. You can see what it did when it broke. It moved back. So this is much weaker break, move down, so probably something like this. Nothing special, I can see it, I don't know. Let's sum it up, guys. So this week, at the longer term, I'm bearish, but we have a continuation of the bullish side. So this is meaning this is the reversal. What is good about this is we have the first break of the 200. This is the second break, which means that we have to see how it reacts to the 390. I don't know. I don't know if it has the power this week to reach to the 410, but this is the potential. It doesn't mean it won't reach. This is the potential. We have to see if it's gonna. It didn't confirmly close all the gap here. I don't think there is a gap. The gap is much higher. So if we open with a gap down, we're gonna see a little bit push move to the downside. There is a hidden divergence here. So be very careful with it. People not noticed yet. We don't have confirmation, so just join the ride. Don't try to fight it. I still think that we're gonna see a probably push to the 400, but the 393 is the first, 405 and 410. This is my prediction. Basically, I don't know what can try to think here. Yeah, there is no divergence, nothing yet, just mean it want to continue. If we check the weekly, this is the 400, probably want to test it. We have the move to the upside. But should be an easy week, because if it moved down and gap down and move down, it's easy. People will just short it and do the 200 again. And to test the 365, even, I don't know if the 350, 365. If it move to the upside, it will touch the 400. So should be easy week. So this is it, guys. Hope you like it. Try to make it short. This is 30 minutes, not 45 minutes. So good luck, and see you guys later. Bye.